All right, today we got Route to Infinity by R.L.R. Hubbard. Again, this is the little book that goes with, right? These are lectures. If you paid attention to my last video, which had this one, I was like, oh, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about, how it's just a little booklet that goes with the whole sequence of CDs. I brought Cleaning Hands, Congress by R. Hubbard. And when you open the package, right, I mean, this is nifty. You open the package like this, voila. Then you got your little booklet, right, which is this little booklet. And then you got your DVDs, or your, I don't know, these CDs, CDs, right? All right here. I'm trying to think, I don't have any way to play a CD. I haven't had any one of those in years. But yeah, just to let you know what it is, it's a whole little packet. I just have this book right here. I don't know where the whole packet is for this one or for this one is. I have like 3 more of those boxes. I wonder how many lectures he gave. All right, back to where we are. This is from May 1952. Those are from December 61 to January 62. So this is 10 years after. My goodness. This is an important note. In studying these lectures, be very certain you never go past a word you do not fully understand. The only reason a person gives up a study or becomes confused or unable to learn is because he or she has gone past a word that was not understood. The confusion or inability to grasp or learn comes after a word the person did not have defined and understood. It may not only be the new and unusual words you have to look up. Some commonly used words can often be misdefined and so cause confusion. This datum about not going past an undefined word is the most important fact in the whole subject to study. Every subject you have taken up and abandoned had its words which you failed to get defined. Not bad. Therefore, in studying these lectures, be very, very certain you never go past a word you do not fully understand. If the material becomes confusing or you can't seem to grasp it, there will be a word just earlier that you have not understood. Don't go any further. Go back to before you got in trouble and find the misunderstood word and get it defined. The glossary is there for that. Wow. Now that is that's nifty. I like that. They're basically saying if you don't understand this, it's because it's a word that you misunderstood. So you should not be confused. This is as simple as it could be, as long as you understand every word. I like that. That's good. I'm not just have to borrow that. All right, we got beingness, outline of technique 80, wavelengths of arc. Therapy session of technique 80, decision, cause and effect. Therapy section. Once again, I will read for just a second and then I will answer that telephone. All right. 1, beingness. This is a lecture that was given 1952, May 2nd. It's 32 minutes. I'll just read a couple chapters. I would like very much tonight to tell you about some various techniques, and I'm sorry that I'm not going to be able to tell you about the technique in which I'm most sure you are most interested, and that's 88. I've never even heard of it. The reason I'm not going to tell you about 88 is 88 requires a lot longer build-up than 3 days. Wow. It actually is much simpler. It's a brand new method of running, but it requires an enormous amount of preparatory survey reorganization. So instead of that, as preparatory to 88, I'm giving you a technique 80, which, by the way, you will be able to use on the general public. You can't use technique 88 very much on people. You try to persuade them as to do what you're doing, and one of them is liable to say that you is liable to say to you that you have to be a mathematician in order to run it. This isn't true. It just happens to be a little bit out of their common run of understanding of the messed universe. And furthermore, when you talk about Technique 88, it makes people feel just a little bit strange, and they're afraid to stamp on something or something like that because we're afraid their foot will go through. Right? It makes the whole universe look sort of like a thin piece of checked glass and makes you feel like a very small child playing with it. Because the truth of the matter is actually with 88 theologically, fortunately, you could go far enough with Technique 88 not to just have the pre-clear go proof, but to have the room go poof. And this is hard on rooms and so on. I don't think anybody actually will apply 88 to the point where this solar system will go poof like that and so forth, because I'm asking everybody a favor that I run on 88. I say, now you have to do me one favor. And of course, when they all get through, they don't know what. I have no idea what he's talking about. And it's difficult to read because it is in spoken English opposed to in written English. They probably transcribed it 99%, and this is transcribed, 99% because you don't have the ums and the ahs. However, it's difficult to read because this isn't how we talk, or this is how we talk. It's not how we read or write. Okay, here we go. This is very dangerous for people if they are low on a tone scale to get the idea that they are the whole universe. I've been around in institutions occasionally and run into fellows who thought they were God and other things. And they weren't well because they tried to reach it by the reverse route. And they backed down the tone scale to get there. And the only place a fellow gets where he goes down tone scale is to get there is dead. Yeah, I no idea what he's talking about, man. I think I'm gonna have to find the DVDs and have him explain this to me and him talking, because reading this, not idea, not a clue what he's talking about.